The early chapters of the book of Acts contain the exciting story of the early church in Jerusalem, full of faith, full of the Holy Spirit, full of love, full of power, full of joy. And then something happened that struck fear into their hearts and many around. And that something actually arose out of the very love that was in that early church, an overflow of love that led many of the believers to sell their surplus properties and to bring the money to the apostles to distribute among the poor. Barnabas, for example, sold a field and brought the proceeds and laid it at the feet of the apostles. And then Ananias and Sapphira also sold a piece of property. But after they got the money, they thought twice. Do we want to give all this money to the apostles? Don't we want to keep some of it? Now, they were perfectly entitled to do that. But then they possibly thought that might not look so good. Barnabas gave everything and maybe we're not so generous. And then Ananias thought, we will keep part of it, but secretly. We won't tell anyone, and the remainder we will give as if it was the full amount. Now that was, of course, deceitful. That would have brought hypocrisy and deception right into the heart of the church. The Holy Spirit actually intervened and revealed this matter to the Apostle Peter, who confronted Ananias and Sapphira. And God acted decisively and severely, and both of them died. Wow, that's a very severe judgment indeed. But it is a very serious thing to deliberately lie to the Holy Spirit. And consider what the outcome of that would have been if the lie had been successful. The Spirit would have been grieved, the power of the Spirit quenched, the flow of people coming into the church for salvation and blessing and healing would have dried up. The mission of the church would have been harmed. So we can see it was actually an act of grace and mercy that God acted in such a way. And this is the good news that we can bring out of this incident. That God so loves His church and the souls of men and women that He is willing to act decisively and even severely when necessary in order to preserve His church and its sacred mission to bring the good news of salvation through Christ to the very ends of the earth. May God bless you.